Creating and normalizing a good saving culture, especially for the young individuals and entrepreneurs, can be very difficult, crucial, and critical at the same time, especially for our next generation. But the concept of saving and investing is a whole new topic. By saving and investing wisely, one tends to have an opportunity to secure their financial future, not only for themselves as individuals, but also for their loved ones. In as much as the concept of saving and investing has its opportunities, it equally has its challenges. In this program, we will be delving on the importance of saving and investing and how to put your money into use to secure your financial future. Welcome to PESA SMART. My name is Selina Ote, and I'll be your lovely host. Tunu Bakeries is one of the most successful bakeries to exist in today's enterprise world. My colleague Irene paid them a visit to get to understand how it came to existence.
Hi, my name is Eve Gaya, CEO and founder of Tunu Bakeries. I'm a baker and an entrepreneur. What inspired me to start my bakery is first and foremost the passion in cooking. I love cooking, and secondly, of course, it was generating income for me. Other than that, Tunu is a Swahili word to mean gift, which I felt goes well with the type of business that I was venturing into. The business has run for 5 years so far, and looking forward to run it for the longest possible. What's interesting the most about my business is the fact that I get to meet new people, new faces. It is a happy feel-oriented business because basically we do cakes, cupcakes, cookies, which are occasion commodities.
Hi, as an investor, what challenges have you faced? Financial challenges have you faced, like building the business, running the business, and everything?
I think some of the financial challenges that I've faced as a baker or as a business person is number one, in terms of growth. When you're pressurized to grow, the demand is high, and you have to deliver. So in that gap, you probably need to invest more in terms of machines and everything, and you need ready cash. So I'd say one of the challenges, financial challenges, is having ready cash to expand the business. Number two, assessing facilities. Sometimes being an entrepreneur, most of the facilities require security. Yes, especially banks or circles, they require security. So that also comes in as a challenge as an investor. So not every business is a gamble. So whenever you're going into business, you realize that Every step you make is like a gamble. Investing in your business helps your business grow, helps your business move to the next level. Of course, there are no regrets when it comes to investing in your business, unless it is an investment that went into a loss. I would encourage anyone who is in business to make a point of investing in their businesses in order for the business to grow. Especially the youths who want to go into business, I would encourage them to, number one, save. Number two, have a good source of income, or rather have at least a backup income to invest. It is not advisable to start your business at a loan basis, because mostly the loan will weigh the business down. You'll be using your entire profit to pay for that loan. Make sure that whatever you do, you try to maintain your customers. Your customers are your link to success, and your customers are your hugest investment. If your customer can refer the next customer, then you're investing in the right direction. But if your customer discourages the next customer, no matter how much money you put into it, still you're going to run into losses.
I had the chance to interact with a successful businesswoman who started small through saving, investing, and asking for advice from a friend. Having the saving culture and investing not only made her a successful businesswoman, but also a happy wife and mother with a place to call home and provide security for her family.
First, I will say I was married like 20 years ago, and been a housewife for several years, and I had friends who were working and others who were at home. So I had that desires of not being a housewife and being a business. One time I talked to my friend and I asked her what she's doing. So she decided to share with me the kind of business that she was doing, and I saw that I can try it and see how. So because I don't had the money that time, I started by saving with a chama, which the chama was with several women, which would take I think 1 year, and then later we divide the money. Each lady was to go home with 100K. So having 100K with me, I decided to do a business and call that Ready. Okay, what inspired me is by looking at her, she had changes. That time her business had a very big growth, na ilikuwa ni kitu ya maana sana, nilikuwa nina admire, so nikaona I'll have to chip in that business. But first I started in a small business, because doing the accessory phone and electronics, it's a lot of money, so the 100 was not enough for this business. So I decided to start a small business, and I was selling shoes in my market area, which was doing fine for about 1 year and 3 months. And the 100 I had, it accumulated to like 350. So now I decided to call my friend and chip into her business, which now it's a phone and accessories. Yeah. Okay, with the help of that friend, it was not that hard, because it had so many challenges, different challenges, and at time I felt like this one, it might not work. But looking at her, and she was telling me I started with lower capital than you, so she was like every time telling me, fail, you can do it, fail, you can do it, and then holding me hand, it helped me to where I am today. Okay, first I care for my business. That is the priority first. In everything I do beside the business, I have to think twice. So what I do, I like first to see whatever the goods which is moving in the market. That is my priority. Every day I thank God because I think if I didn't take that risk of this business, so many things that I have today singekuwa nazo. So this business, I can say it's worth it. Yeah. One, I can say I acquire a plot somewhere, and this business I paid through this business. After acquiring the plot, I later build my house, and even I can welcome you to my house and see that the progress of this business. Yeah.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more.
Canon 12, the best any angle camera phone for you. Techno.
Welcome back to PESA SMART. I'm your lovely host, Selina Ote. We got to meet Faith Wanjiru, who started her business through saving and investing, and how she gets to manage it. Let's meet her outside the business environment and get to see how she became a happy homeowner through her investments.
We are here with Faith, who we earlier met in her shop and told us about how saving and investing helped her not only start her business, but also build a house. Hi Faith.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
How's your day going?
My day is good.
I'm so glad to come to your house. It's worth the investment.
Thank you so much.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for also hosting me in your house.
Welcome again.
So would you take us back to how you acquired this land and you started investing in this land so that you came up with this beautiful home?
We started by investing from the savings that we had from our business. Our business had 4 years, and later we held so much money, and we decided to I had so many thoughts, maybe to have a car, but later I decided to have a plot for my children, and I acquired this plot 2 years ago, which we later decided to build a house for our kids. Yeah.
What drove you to just stick to this building a house alone? Because you'd have bought a car, I mean.
Yeah. The reason why it was because rental houses has become too expensive, and then we are so squeezed in the house that we were. Okay, I have 4 kids, and we had 3-bedroom house, which was becoming so squeezed for us. So I decided we build a house so that we can be at least comfortable. And it is good to feel that you're coming from your own home. It's a very good experience for us.
So what strategy did you use in terms of saving? Was it monthly, was it weekly, and was there a specific amount that you are putting into this investment?
Okay, there was. We started with the chamas. I have 1 or 3 chamas, which I decided to save in, and it has helped me so much. And being in my home, I have saved a lot. You can even count about the rent that we were paying that time. We are paying 25,000 a month. And even when I'm here, I'm still saving. The rental money, I'm still saving. So I can say the success journey determine in your savings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having wisely invested your money doesn't mean the end of saving. When it comes to investment, there are various aspects that one needs to consider, including the risk and potential gain. Everyone has to consider both aspects. Encouraging the saving culture and the youth not only means securing one's financial future, but also that of the economy, as our financial expert explains.
We are honored to have a financial expert who is going to elaborate more on saving and investing. I will allow him to introduce himself and tell us who he is. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, thank you. My name is Dano Chilo. I am a certified financial advisor, of course in the field of asset management, pensions, administration, and of course banking. The banking, I mean commercial banking. I've had an opportunity of working for different companies. I've worked with 3 fund managers. I've also worked with 3 fund managers. I've worked with an insurance company, and I've also worked with an investment bank and a commercial bank.
Now that you've talked about investment, is it okay that if you can elaborate more on what types of investments are there and what are the key factors to consider before you make an investment?
When it comes to investments, we really look at so many things. Number one, we look at, even before we come to the actual fund, we look at the individual first of all. This individual, what is the age bracket? That really matters. What is their career or profession? And which field or industry are they in? For example, when it comes to age, we have different investors in terms of age bracket have different risk appetite. In terms of the investment tools, we have different, or the investment avenues. I'm strong when it comes to fund management, because actually that's the future of where the market is headed. A while back, of course, fund managers were barely known, so you find that most people used to do their investments through, we call them traditional investments. People could take money, buy shambas, buy things like maybe fix in a commercial bank, in a fixed deposit where they are given something like 3% and they are comfortable like that. But nowadays, because of technology and evolution, we have fund managers who offer something we call alternative investments, have really come out so strongly, and you find that we have things like, for example, under unit trust, of which unit trust is basically collective investment, whereby different investors come on board, then the money is put together, then put under one vehicle or one bucket. So part of unit trust, of course, they are segmented. There is high risk, 2 brackets, 2 categories. The high risk investments and low risk investments. In a unit trust setup, there is equity fund. That one is high risk, which invests in shares. There is balanced fund. I can call it medium risk, because the reason I'm calling them high risk and medium risk is because you are not, the principal is not protected. That means you're not guaranteed of the investment amount. It depends, it's market driven. But we usually say high risk, high returns.
And how can one determine the risk tolerance when it comes to investing their money into a business?
A younger investor, say who is in campus and who is a young professional or junior investor, their risk appetite or tolerance is usually higher than a 50, 60, 70-year-old. So in terms of the age, when we're talking about the age for investments, you find that a younger person, because they have more years and more room, a lot of room to make mistakes, then they can do investments in, of course, they can try equities, or equities that is shares. They can try things like Some people even do forex. As in, young people have that tolerance of higher. They have the higher risk appetite. But when it comes to, for example, an older person, you don't expect an older person to be in shares, to invest in shares or equities. Shares and equities are the same thing. You don't expect a 70-year-old to invest in shares because of the risk, the nature. So you find that, or maybe a 60-year-old who is a retiree to take their pension and invest in shares. So you find that in that particular age, for example, the things they can do is simply something we call fixed income investments or fixed money market instruments. So that means these are avenues that, of course, guarantee principal protection and just a small return on top. Yes.
So what advice would you offer to young and ambitious entrepreneurs who are willing to delve into saving and investing?
So when it comes to investments and advice to young people, personally, I'm a strong believer that this is the right time for, I can say the word, for the Gen Zs to start investing. And actually the focus is to, of course, enlighten the Gen Z, start to invest as early as now. Reason being, we have a lot of young people, students, and even young professionals who are just starting off, who have a lot of disposable income. For example, we have young people with pocket monies, and I find that there's a lot. If you go to clubs, the clubs are always full with we call them boaties. With boaties, a young person buys Jack Daniels and it's like 10 G's, 10,000, and you know, and life goes on. So you see, that's some money that they can use to invest, because nowadays you can start with as little as 1,000 shillings. We have technology that has really come up. We have some very amazing apps, like there's a company, for example, called Chums, for example, and every fund manager has a digital aspect where they can start investing. You know, you really don't need to go to a fund manager to open an account. You can do it through your phone, because we are always on our phones nowadays, I believe. So my advice would be, the earlier you start, the better. Start building, start cultivating that. One, the culture. Number two, the income. Because for the future, you start saving as early as now. So my advice would be, as a young person, you can take as much risk as you can, but also people are different, so you need to understand your risk profile as a young person. It's never late. You can start as early as now. Don't wait for that time, I don't know which year. Start as early as now. Start building, start cultivating the culture. Then you can pass the same culture to the coming generation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, for your inputs. That was so helpful. You've mentioned a few things that I was like, I never thought of it that way, but it is so nice that we got to have you in the show. And you've told us a lot. That is very, very helpful. We've heard from Mr. Dan Ochilo on how saving and investing is not only beneficial to us as young individuals or entrepreneurs, but it also helps us secure a financial future for our loved ones. That is all we had on our today's episode of PESA SMART. I hope to see you again next week, same time. I've been your lovely host, Selina Ote. Till then, it's a goodbye and a God bless.